All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. We're looking at the 15th of April. Let's get the show started. I've been missing in action for a few days. I'm feeling awesome now, though, so this is a good start. So, from the beginning, let's go to the daily chart right here. Oh, let me just close my office window. There, close the window. From looking at the daily chart, we have nothing on the calendar to be concerned with right now. A couple of housing stuff, but shouldn't apply to us. Right, so looking at the daily chart, we have lower highs. We don't have a lower low yet. This is an inside bar. It's inside to this big bearish candlestick. So if we look at this on a intraday basis, so on an hourly scale, you can clearly see we have a ceiling above us. We have a floor below. And we're trying to assume which one will give way first, right? Just before we get ahead of ourselves, let's just measure what today is. Today so far has given us 38 pips or so, 39. The average should be 59 or 60, right? So where's the difference going to come from? Are we going to add it to the top? Or are we going to add it to the bottom? And this is where the intraday look comes in, right? So when we're looking here, we're trying to assume, will the ceiling give way? And now we're adding 20 pips to the top, or will the floor give way? Now we're adding 2 boxes to the bottom, right? So let's look at this a little bit more closely. All right, so now looking at it on a 5-minute scale and looking left, you want to start highlighting previous levels where price reacted in the past. All right, so nothing spectacular there. We're just using your mind's eye to connect the dots. Stuff like this here. Really, really simple. Nothing complicated, right? We're not expecting the market to go to these lines. We're just going to watch and see if it does. And that opens up the door to asking a question. Do you want to take part in this? If it comes to this level, do you want to bounce? If it comes to this level, do you want to bounce? Right? If it gets to this line here, maybe I want to sell it. Right? If it gets to this level, maybe I want to sell it. Right? So by understanding these static levels, you can now behave on the 1-minute chart in a more dynamic way with the boxes that you can move about. I started trading with the student about an hour ago, and so I've already had some wins here. But this is what we're trying to do, So we have our bias. Sorry, our bias is to sell the market. So we want to be selling at resistance. We're thinking 2 boxes worth at least, right? So if I go here and I'll just recycle this box, I'm just going to use it to capture whatever break we get from here, right? So if we break, that would be a 4-box move. A 4-box move tends to yield to something like a pullback of sort. Right, so a couple more boxes, and then we could probably see it bounce up. Right, so we could sell resistance for another box, and then at the bottom down here, we probably want to be buying. Right, another push back up. Somewhere up here would be a good place to take a sell. Right, so just remember where we've come from, right? 3 boxes already. We're about to go into a 4th, right? Average moves are 4 boxes. And so by completing a 4th box, there's a probability of a bounce, right? Doesn't mean it goes to the moon, right? It has to break this low, which is a measured move, in order to give us another box. And then we suspect another 2 boxes to fulfill the day's range. I'm just trying to figure out how big is this. That's 15. That's 10. 9. All right, so let's be sellers of resistance. So this is resistance here, slash support. We want to take part in this. All right, so we want to sell expensive. While we're on the subject of selling expensive, I'm planning on trading some futures contracts. Sorry, MNQ on Wednesdays. I'm going to start with Wednesday nights for this week and next week. And then if if there's enough people, if the demand's there, then maybe in the month of May I can do Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then I'm thinking maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at some point. Right, so we'll escalate to 3 days a week. I want to do it in the evenings. There's fewer US news at night, so there's less stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. We can just do, what we need to do and go to bed kind of thing. And at the same time, I can address Forex in the morning and futures in the evening. So I can cover both ends of the spectrum. All right, so this is what it looks like. Where is it? Where did I put it? Oh, there it is here. This is what I did last night. I haven't touched this since last night. And where did it go? Basically, I want to follow the process, yield about $300 per day, and then call it a day. Oh, there it is here. All right, so this is it here. All right, so if I can repeat this every day that we meet, that will be kind of the goal, right? And then I can also focus my morning attention with my fellow traders from the rest of the world that don't have to deal with the SEC. Right, so I want to sell expensive here, something near the top of the box. Right, it's running without us. All right, so a lot of guys here will have that fear of missing out. All right, fear of missing out. It's red, 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 red. It's falling. Why is it falling without me? And so everybody is like selling when it's red. And the next thing you know, it's a green candle. All right, so what we're going to wait for is the green candle. And then we sell. Right? We want to sell when it's expensive. Right? Expensive is relative, right? It's just relative to what we have to the left. All right. Ultimately, the goal for today is somewhere near the 57, 5,800. So there's a green candle. It needs to push up a little bit, right? And any kind of a move back up, boxes upon boxes, we want to be participating on the short side. All right, so we're expecting a bounce to sell into. Right, if the bounce doesn't come, that's okay. Right, so remember our ladder? A move back towards that line there is a sell. If it keeps on going, that's another sell. Right, and so on and so forth. We know what we want to do. We just have to be presented the opportunity to do it. So yeah, just to go back on the futures thing there for a sec. I signed up for a 50,000 assessment, and that's day one of the assessment. Oops. So if it's unable to fulfill a full box, considering where we came from, could this be a low? Right? Do I want to buy this and now expect it to go up from here? Right? Remember we measured from here, and this was 4.5 boxes. Right? So if we assume this is the bottom, do we want to buy this? Personally, I want to be selling, right? I just want to sell, sell, sell. I don't think the euro is on its way to the moon at all. Not today, right? Considering where we're coming out of last week, today looks more like a dead cat bounce, right? For those of you that don't know, this move right there took all of 16 hours, led to nothing. Right? Dead cat bounced. So there's green candle. Let's sell it. I'm taking 2 trades there. Oh, sorry, 3. I took 3. The target is within the box, right? And so now if this is a low and I was wrong in selling that low, this right here is the space where I'm entitled to open more trades, right? Averaging the 2 boxes together, right? The game of recycling. And the fact that we still have the bottom of the box here, we haven't fulfilled the box. I still think there's room for this to happen. So now I'm at 4 clicks. Right? The white line is the average of all 4, and they're within this white box. Right? So if this is a low, assuming it is, we pin our box right there. It shows us the market has the ability to get to this level here. Right? So that's where I want to add more trades. We're in the recycling business. There we are. Something near 5,900, just below the 6,000 mark would be a good place to stop. Right around here. All right, just rinse and repeat. Tomorrow we have, I think we have Powell speaking tomorrow. There's a whole pile of Fed speakers on the calendar before their blackout period. All right, and so expect volatility this week. Expect volatility every week. No, expect the worst. Here's box or click number 5. That's it. Now I have to wait to see if I go into another box. There we are. The move we've all been looking for. Let's go take a peek at our dollar index real quick, like we do every day. All right, so let's check it out on a 4-hour chart. So since last week, we've been making higher highs, higher lows. Yields have been making higher highs and higher lows. On a daily, we're butting into resistance. Right, so how much further will this go? If we get to 107, I probably want to sell, basically buy the euro if we get the Dixie up here. Right? If we get the Dixie into these highs, you probably want to be buying the euro. Right? So let's go find that low. Right? Let's go find that low, that opportunity to buy that euro. Right, those of you that are trading the yen, if any of you are trading the yen, it's at the level you've been waiting for this entire quarter, right? The last 3 months we've been looking for these higher highs. You've been playing the short side, right? Planning a position, building a position to the short side, right? Remember, it's eventually going to give way. So it's all about surviving. And that could be a generational trade. I still have my 5 clicks, so I don't want to open anymore until we get up to here, into this area there, right? So if I pin this here, right, I have that space right there that I can open more trades into. Opening sells. I'm not opening longs. I'm not chasing this up. Right, so we're trying to manage consistency. We're trying to manage the unknown. We're doing it through a filter. That's something we create, right? 4 boxes, 4 clicks per box, same time of day. It boils down to your behavior and how you react under certain conditions. By studying those conditions at the same time of day, that reaction that you have becomes moot. Right on. almost the bottom of the hour. Right, this is when the unknown comes along, the end of that pullback, the end of the reversal, at the end of the retracement, I should say. The timing is what we plan on exploiting, right? Here's box number 2, trade number 1. Yeah, small crowd today. There's only 9 of us here. It's probably because I was away for a few days. It's just threatening our take profit. Just. There we go. There we go. So now we have one closed trade. Can we recycle more of this? Right? If we were to nitpick at this, we could probably move our box right here and notice that this last leg was in and of itself an average move right here. Right, so it's just a measuring device. It's just a way for your brain to see what is average and, exploit it as such. So yeah, Wednesday night I'll do the futures trading. I'll post a link in the chat probably tomorrow or Wednesday during the day. I'm thinking to do it 7 or 7:30 my time, which is 9 o'clock Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern, and run for about an hour or so, which is more than adequate time. $300, about 20 minutes last night. Yeah, 333, and then less the fees. I left the market with $300, and there was about 30 trades in total. There they are here. So we'll be repeating the same kind of thing. I'm using Ninja Trader. Feel free to use whatever platform you're comfortable using. There's us making a lot of profit again. Whoop whoop. Let's see if we can recycle this trade, right? Green candle or some kind of a wick, some kind of a reason to see expensive, right? Let's pretend this was a pullback. I'm back to 5 open clicks here. Right. If we can get back to this level here would be nice, or here, right? Opportunities to sell a little bit more. Right, so if plan A is to sell right there on the green candle, then plan B would be to sell a little bit more if we got to resistance. Plan C, and ultimately plan D. Right, this is where we plan on spreading that risk, and we do that ahead of time. Right, I'm planning before the price gets there, if it even gets there. Right? I'm selling because I'm thinking it's going down, but I'm preparing in case it goes up. Right? Plan A is right there. Plan B, Plan C, Plan D. If I break into the box, I have Plan E, F, so on and so on and so on. All right, we're waiting to see if the floor will give way. If the floor gives way, we've already assumed we may be in for another 2 boxes. All right, so it can't be both. It's one or the other, and it's one at a time. And so it's up to the market to choose, right? I'm just showing you where to go fish, when to go fish, what equipment to fish with, what bait to bring along. And with that, we set up expectancy. Another 30 minutes or so, and I'll let you guys go. All right, but we got plenty of time for now. Let's keep it rolling. All right, so we've went up 9 pips, right to the edge of the box. Came down 9 pips, and broke out, and now we're into the next box. Right, so from this zone here, we would expect the market to find its way all the way here. Right? If it flies right through like it did here, it's a sign that there's more of that to come. I wonder if I should put my face on camera. It means I have to shave every day. Yeah. No, wouldn't shave every day. Too lazy for that. I live in the mountains. I'm a mountain man. Yeah, make it a real video. YouTube. Make it YouTube worthy. All right, green candle. Click number 1. There's 2. And then I'm saving the other 3 for up here. All right, so if we can find our way down to the low 6,000 area, 600 area, it'd be awesome. Come on. Green candle. There we go. I took one there. I'm just moving these aside since I'm not using them. Slow and steady. Right? Easy does it. It's awesome. Let's slow down a bit. Let the market catch up to my thoughts. It is the bottom of the hour as we speak. All right, so this is when we would see the break or the bounce. All right, if we see a bounce, that's okay. We're willing, able, capable of participating, and we have the monies to do it for the next 4 boxes. Right? Okay, so this is why we create plan B, plan C, plan D, so on and so forth. All right, one. And if he pushes up here, I'll sell a little bit more and a little bit more again. All right, bottom of the hour, the end of the pullback for now. All right, so is this another sell? Right there. All right, so you can see where break even is, that white line. Break even is now 5 pips away. Right, so I'm carrying 5 pips in my float. Right, I need open trades in order to make money. So I've opened enough trades to be carrying 5 pips worth of drawdown, or in this case, $27. Right, so I'm carrying $27. Here's another click, top of the box, right there. And let's see now if we can get paid. So what we're trading for, remember, is the next move, right? It's pushing up, right? Pushing up right here. We're looking for the next move, right? An extension on this. If we go on a 5-minute scale, that ladder we built earlier, right? We're looking to see if we'll break, which way we'll break. Right? Is it going to be the floor? Is it going to be the ceiling? So right around here. All right, so this idea of spreading the risk, that's kind of what we're doing. Right? The boxes are aligning us with what the market is capable of doing. Right? So remember that swing right there? Well, we just shifted it down right here. Right? It's the same box. It just shifted 3 pips lower. We're just learning how to keep up. We're learning how to predict the weather when we're looking out the window, right? Consider the box to be the window, and you're looking out the window to see the weather. You're not trying to predict the weather tomorrow or this afternoon. You're trying to see the weather in the next hour or minutes. Right, so we've recycled 2. Right, so if we push up in this area right here, the edges of the boxes, we want to sell those 2 again. We're in the business of recycling. Green candle, recycling, 1. If it pushes up a bit, I'll recycle another. Right there. Now I just recycled those 2 trades. Right. Top of the box. Will it give us a second box? All right, so I'm floating about $30 worth of drawdown. There's box number 2. If you're so inclined, take one. Green candle, we're testing resistance on the left, right around here. I'll sell one more. Right, and then right there. And ultimately, right around there, top of the box. Right, spread it like butter on toast. You don't want to go click, 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 click all in one spot. All right. So do we recycle? Right. If we get a green candle, we can recycle that trade right there. All right, we're still looking to break down a couple more boxes. All right. Hold on to your shorts. You know, the low 6,000s would be a good place to head to in the near future. All right. Recycle if you get a chance. All right, so depending on the size of account you're running with, depending on, you know, the leverage you're choosing to operate, you've had more than enough wins for today. You know, this is now the time when you consider leaving the casino, right? If we can close these trades, we probably don't want to reopen anything. Just call it a day, you know, go to the beach. All right, leave the casino if you've outwitted the house. Yeah. Right. So do we want to measure from here? if I measure from that swing high there, the market has made it one box already. Let's see if it will continue. Yeah, so now they've changed my regimen for my meds. I'm taking some sort of a steroid to help and pump up my blood pressure. I have to cut back on yoga, cut back on meditation. I'm a day trader that's not stressed enough. I find it kind of ironic. Sorry, I'm just looking at my other platforms on my left and my right. Right. It's almost time to call it a day. Those of you that uh, don't know or haven't gotten the email or haven't read the email, Octama, the broker that I'm using here, lowered their commission for trading the euro and for trading gold. And so now it's $7 instead of, sorry, 6 instead of 7 to trade the euro, which is my main priority. And so I end up making more money now doing the exact same thing. Right? So more money in our pocket. Right? I love this platform. This broker's awesome. And I've yet to experience difficulties. So I'm going to stay put for a bit, keep doing this. And then for those of you that aren't allowed to trade CFDs, we'll come at it from the futures standpoint. You know, we'll look at it from a futures look. Green candle. How many trades do I have? 9. I'll put my 10th. Call it a day. The reason why I have 10 instead of 5, it's the way you stack up, the way that I started stacking my boxes earlier. Oh shit, I changed it. The way the boxes were straddled, they were kind of half and half. So I have 5 trades in one box, 5 trades in the other. But by now they're all on top of each other because of the recycling. So tomorrow on the calendar, we have Powell, and then it's pretty light, I think, the rest of the week. So the box method will work awesome, regardless of what instrument you're trading. You know, just be aware of the calendar, be aware of the environment that you're getting into, you know, before you get into it. All right, so let's see how this will play out. If it plays out, you know, our stop losses are way, way up there. If you want to, you can tighten up your game, move your stop losses, and hope the wind doesn't blow into the stop losses. I like to not touch the stop loss and just, rely on the probability to deliver the outcome that I plan on. Can we close a couple more? I'm not recycling these because I plan on, being done here in a couple of minutes, in the next 14 minutes or so. Right? Those of you that are still going to continue trading, expect to find a low at some point in the next couple boxes. Right, somewhere around the 06 mark, and then be buying down here. All right, so we're looking for, something like this, and then maybe a pullback. Right, this may take hours. Right, this may not be a straight shot. Ultimately, it should lead us to this level. Okay, 2 trades. What's left? There's 5 left. All right, those of you that are not stuck by, the SEC regulations, you're free to trade CFDs. What we do here is managing the risk to the nth degree. Once you have the skill, once you understand how to lose, you can do that on futures, right? And the same thing applies vice versa. If you know how to lose, you can trade just about anything there is out there, right? Learning to lose is cheaper on Forex, right? But learning to trade, you can do that anywhere. The cost, you want to pay an Ivy League education, or you just want to pay community college. All right, so I'm just going to close these two right there. Call it a day. All right, those of you continuing to trade, we have the plan. Otherwise, I see you on the schedule, or I see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Okay? Trade safely, everybody. Enjoy, and glad to be back. Bye-bye.